Welcome to my channel. Annabelle. Annabelle is said to be a very haunted Raggedy Ann doll given to a student nurse named Donna in the 1970s. The doll was given to Donna as a birthday present from her mother. This in itself isn't unusual, but Donna and her roommate Angie soon came to realize that Annabelle was not your average rag doll. It is reported that the doll behaved strangely, and it was believed at the time that the doll was possessed by the spirit of a deceased girl named Annabelle. Annabelle would often be found in various locations around Donna's home. They would leave Annabelle in one place, and come back to find her in a different location. Donna and Angie tried to look after Annabelle, but Annabelle exhibited malicious and frightening behaviors. They would find notes around the apartment written on parchment paper, which the women never used. Some of the notes read, "Help Lou," and "Help us." There was one time where the women returned back to the apartment to find blood on Annabelle. It was now that the women decided to seek help from a medium. It was then discovered that the doll was being possessed by a little girl about 7 years old, who was found dead many years before. It was believed that the spirit of the girl was still in the area at the time Donna was given the doll. It was one evening that the women's friend Lou was attacked by Annabelle, that the women decided to contact the Warrens, who were paranormal investigators. Edward and Lorraine Warren came to investigate, and believed that Annabelle was in fact a demon, and not the spirit of the young girl named Annabelle. The Warrens decided to remove Annabelle from the apartment and bring her back to their museum for safekeeping. However, it was on the way back to the museum that the Warrens had decided to take the back roads home, as they didn't want to drive on the main highway with Annabelle in the car in case Annabelle caused them to have an accident. On the journey home, the Warrens experienced several car problems. It wasn't until Ed sprinkled Annabelle with holy water, that they got back home without any further problems. It was when the Warrens were at home, that they witnessed Annabelle levitate on several occasions. They would put Annabelle in one place, and like with Donna and Angie, they would discover her in a different location. This is when they decided to call a priest. However, the priest insisted that Annabelle could not hurt him as she was only a doll. How wrong he was! On the way back home, the priest was involved in a car accident. The car was completely written off, and the priest was badly hurt. It was after this that the Warrens decided that Annabelle was best kept in their museum. She was put into a glass box with a sign asking people not to touch. Annabelle is now safely displayed in her giant wooden case, soaked in holy water, with a sign inside the case which reads, "Positively do not open." On the front of the case is a tarot devil card. It has been reported that several years ago, a visitor to the museum ignored the warnings about Annabelle, and began banging on her box. He is reported to have died in a motorcycle crash shortly after leaving the museum. Prayers are regularly done by a priest to bless the area where Annabelle is located. Ed and Lorraine's son-in-law claims that Annabelle is the most frightening of the Warrens' collection at the museum. To this day, Annabelle still resides in the Warrens Museum, still in her wooden box. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel to view other content.